Come with. It'll be
Lily's...
safer.
Go ahead.
Travel in a group to get out of this cave in case there is more.
Lily's going to take the rope out of her hands, out of her pack, and she's going to tie them up.
All right.
Actually, avoid binding them.
She's just going to tie their hands and make them link together.
And they all more or less accept this because they already know there's not much more where they can do. So, are you going to look around, ask them more about the cave, anything of the sort?
I'll question them between the other three. They can investigate part of the cave. I do know there's one place I want to look at because there's a suspicious rock that looks very familiar.
Right there.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder if that's the backside of where you got that one treasure chest. And if it's actually a rock that can't do anything. If you're going to ask the bandit about, or the acolyte about that, I can give him what he says.
There's probably a latch exactly where I looked previously.
Lily's...
Which means we have a shortcut to get out.
Lily's going to ask them if they have any hidden treasure anywhere.
Well, we had two hidden stashes. One was hidden behind, on the far side of that cave there. Far side of the wall, there was a little hidden passageway coming up that you could sneak in there. I could show you how to get into it.
Lily waves her hand off. We've already found that one.
Oh, you did? Well, the only other thing we have beyond that is we managed to... I managed to grab a few potions of healing and a scroll when we came up here, hoping to use them to fend off those monsters.
A scroll?
Yes, they're up there. It should be among my pack in the upper area there.
Serena, would you like to go examine that pack?
Sure.
Can the acolyte does the acolyte still have any heal spells?
Yes, he does.
Can Lily have the acolyte heal her?
Is he going to ask?
She is going to ask her.
So you're going to ask? Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, of course. Hang on, let me just heal you. He holds his hands out, focusing on his healing, and he does a pretty shitty job.
Okay, she doesn't need too much.
She's going to be healed for 4.
Alright, so she's pretty close. She thanks the acolyte, and for to thank him even further, she's going to unbind him, but keep the bandit still bound.
It's like, yes, of course. There's nothing left for us here. Everyone else was killed. If we were to stay here, we would be next.
Surina pipes up at that after claiming a loot. Do you know what caused the Scarecrows to arrive? I highly doubt you'd settle in this cave if you had known they would be a threat.
No, one of our scouts. He was one of the highwaymen. He was out visiting. So we don't know where he was, but when he came back, he brought a scarecrow with him. He said we could use it to keep like animals to stay away from the entrance of our cave, and we all listened to him, and that was 2 days ago. Everyone left yesterday to go out and try to attack nearby town and get a bunch of supplies, and when everyone was left, the scarecrow came to life and attacked, and there was another one with it. Most of us were in the main chamber where we were felled in one foul swoop, and I was able to gather 2 of the survivors here and run back up to this area and try to hold them off.
Lily
asks left the camp.
Lily asks the acolyte why they were attacking nearby towns instead of living with them. It would have been, she says, it would have been a much better living if they stayed in the towns.
And I think it was Falana, or was that Alto?
Who else?
Alright, so what did you ask?
How many were in the camp before the attack happened?
How many were in the camp? Let's see, there was myself and these 2, and 5 others.
Okay, so no more zombies, thankfully.
We saw 6 zombies, didn't we?
Saw
no,
5.
5.
We saw
Okay,
5.
Cool. Lily counted 6. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, and Lily's question is why they don't just live in the town.
Yep.
It's not that simple. He looks her over. You look like a noble. You wouldn't understand.
I understand one thing. That you bandits have no place in our life, and you are just making the lives of others miserable. If you redeemed yourself and lived in these towns... Is someone cutting her off, or are you gonna let her speak?
Yeah,
Cut her off.
Yeah, Serena's coming up to cut her off.
All right, and as he does, as
You
she's
know,
cut
guys,
off,
she has
Acolyte
really good
nods-
charisma.
Yeah,
So
the acolyte nods thankfully at Surina because after this ordeal he's been through, he doesn't really want to deal with anything else.
He doesn't want to lecture.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He just had his life saved. He doesn't want to lecture right now. He just wants to get out of here to where it's safe, and he's.
And we've already got him to agree to come back to the town with us and actually work with us. We
Let's
saved his life
just
from
go.
incredibly terrifying hell demons.
But
You
just so
don't
you
need to give
know,
up
she has really good charisma, so she can
Good
persuade
charisma,
and
however.
stuff.
Good
Oh, she
charisma
could
on
persuade
one
and
side
stuff.
isn't the thing. Right now, you're basically ranting from a noble's perspective, which nobody here wants to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
nobody
noble's
does.
perspective, and your company is. Let's see, you have a small child who ran away from home, doesn't care. Surina, who was a soldier and a cleric. Falana, who doesn't care about what nobles thinks, and 3 bandits who they could care less about what a noble thinks right now.
Yes.
All right, so
That's why you had 2 people gang up on you to make you quiet.
Yeah.
So, as you question him more about what's around the cave, he explains what he can, but you've already, like, everything he explains. Well, we had the chest back in the main chamber, which had most of our reward. You've already taken that. We had this hidden chest in the cave here. You've already taken care of that. He had his own personal store of stuff. You've already taken that. So he's like, well, there's nothing else we can really do to help you, but if you're going to take us back to town, well, he motions to the 2 bandits. Our hands are tied. We'll go with
I'm
you.
going to go ahead. We're going to undo them. We're going to trust them. We're going to
Wait,
give
Lily's
them...
going to insight check.
Hold up. We're going to
If
give them
that's allowed.
torches. The reason we're going to give them torches, we're not really going to be able to fight with torches. Not to mention, if there are any more scarecrows, it's more light, which means less likely for us to get attacked.
Serena pipes up. I highly doubt it's the light that's keeping them away. It's more likely the fire. You saw how they burned when you hit them with that fire spell.
That's what I'm thinking as well. However, fire would also give them a way to fight back.
Can Lily insight?
Lily can do the inside if she wants.
She's looking to see if they will follow their command.
Alright, and they actually rolled pretty damn shit, but the bandits, the survivors, are all exhausted, and they really just want to get out of here. It's somewhere that's safe for the night, even if said safe place might be in a guard's barracks. So, they're willing to follow out.
All right, Lily's gonna take her. She's gonna go find her canvas bag, and she's going to lead them on out.
Alright.
Yeah.
If they do try anything, it's not like my enchantments won't be able to stop them. So, my enchantments are useful against them. I'll follow behind the bandits.
Alright, so really I'm going to make this simple because I don't really want to drag them the entire way. Is there anything else you wish to investigate in the cavern?
No, however, we will be requesting an immediate meeting with Baron. We're going to take the bandits with us. They can explain what happened there, and we'll explain directly to him that they are...
Alright,
On
well, on the way out, by the way, as you pass by the Scarecrows, I'm not actually going to move them there because whatever, but the 2 bandits each take their torches and shove them into the remains. Just trying to make sure they're burned properly.
Oh, I was going to use Firebolt on them just to make sure. No, you're
Or
good.
just use the torches.
Well, as you do all that, by the way, anyone want to do a perception check?
Sure.
I'll go ahead and
I
do it.
mean, we all might as well.
It's like if I say, does anyone want to do it? That's kind of a hint that you might want to do it.
No, no one
Actually,
wants to
at that
check.
point, use passive perception because it would make sense.
Yeah, it would,
God
but
damn it, Serena.
like I figure everyone would be looking at the Scarecrows anyway to make sure nothing else happened. Anyway, but as the Scarecrows burn further to ash, you see part of one of the one's neck fall off, a plank, almost, I don't want to call it a 2x4, but it basically be like a 2x4 with a symbol inscribed on it.
Can Lily check to see if she understands that at all?
1 second. Jeeves,
Echo.
you had echo.
Yeah, Risu has the echo.
Okay.
Can Lily check to see if she understands where that symbol is from?
Oh,
she
Maybe
has
an arcane mark, I'm
She
pretty
has
sure.
proficiency in history.
she can roll history.
Out and
Yeah, that's
grabbing
great
that.
proficiency.
Yeah, she's not going to see anything from history regarding the emblem. Um, you could also roll an Arcana or a Religion check as well if you'd want to investigate. Alana, I don't know crap.
Serena could probably roll religion. It's her
Can
special.
I still try for religion just
God
to
damn.
I was going to say whichever was best for you. So, Elana surprisingly recognizes the symbol. In her time fleeing or what have you, she managed to stumble across it. And it is the symbol of necromancy, of undead. So, just further
Makes
supporting
sense.
your thoughts of whoever got the zombies here was also related to Scarecrows. Seems that that's fairly likely. But to identify exactly where the symbol came from, she doesn't know the area well enough to figure that out. But it might not be a bad idea to take this with you.
Alright.
As we're leaving the caverns, I'm assuming we're leaving now.
Yeah.
Lily's going to ask the other bandits if they want to pay any respects to their fallen comrades.
And they just kind of look at each other, and the only thing they offer up is burn the bodies.
All right,
We
let's
can
do it.
that.
Sure.
And they can burn the bodies there.
Lily,
Yeah, just
Lily starts shoving the bodies into the fireplace.
until they're all burnt and everything is taken care of there. Fire purifies everything, if that's not fully apparent yet. Alright, so for now then, let me just...
Also, a quick question.
Yes.
I was just gonna ask, at any point, two questions. One, what it would be like the marching order for like back to town sort of thing.
Yeah.
And two,
go ahead.
if there's ever any like quiet point or just like spot where Alana could be near the bandits but nobody else could really overhear them, she'd like to have a small private conversation with them.
Can we take a short rest and let her do that, and Lily gets her poop back?
Yeah, I would say you could all do that, but you would likely want to do that outside, because
Yeah.
you guys left early, so you got to this cave before noon, so I'm going to say at this point right now, it'd be probably like 1, 2 in the afternoon. So the sun's still out, you could probably still get back to town even with a short rest.
I'd like to do that as soon as we get out of the cave, if no
Yeah,
one else
so-
minds.
I mean, it's going to be a really simple exchange, what Alana was going to do.
Yeah, so you're all free to do that. I'm not really going to move the screen yet because reasons.
Okay. I've got both of my short rest things back.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back down to here.
Serena only has one spell left, but she can use it for a full nuke.
Yeah, so you wanted to talk to the bandits. What do you want to say?
I was going to basically just go, why did you guys capture me?
And the acolyte, he himself seems a little confused here, and one of the other bandits speaks up. A small child of your age, you fetch a good price with a lot of the people around here. A lot of monsters out here will pay good money. He doesn't seem very apologetic when he says that, mainly that it's a fact of life.
So that means you have no idea who I am?
Nope.
That's literally the only thing she was worried about. So, with that said, she just kind of walks away.
No, you're just a small child, female. They could make a lot of money off of that.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Can
Anything
Lily do
more?
perception to see if she hears it?
Yeah, she could.
Nope.
Why? Give me 1 second. Roll 20 is being extremely slow for me. But yeah, she does not notice.
Yeah, I found that happens a lot on
has
the
a
DM side.
Yeah, I've reloaded like 3 times now. I just want to...
When
Get
you've
rid
got
of
Yeah,
a heavy map
March-
going on.
Alana's taking,
Yeah, I'm not on a heavy map right now though, which is the funny thing.
but I think we should probably just.
Alright, so you get back to the town. Where did I put Alana? Alana's over here. Alana... Yeah... No, it's not... Yeah, I'll do it this way. It doesn't really matter too much, actually. Yeah, I don't need anyone here. Alright, so going back to the town, you get back to Ashenport itself. Drag everyone back there. I did that right? Yes. Okay. And I need to get a group party thing so I can just say where you are as a whole. I'll figure that out at some point.
Got a paragon symbol if you want.
That'll work. I can take care of that later, though.
Yep.
You get back into the town itself, and I mean, because you're going to be at the go to the barracks first to drop him off. I think barracks was 3 or 3 was one of those down here.
The Baron's Banner, we're going
Barracks.
You're really hard to hear, Risu. I'm not sure if you're trying to say something to us or not.
Yeah, barracks.
Let's
Yeah, you keep dropping in and out. Barracks was 3. Alright. So back in the main... God damn it, map. Why are you being so slow right now? Whoop, not what I wanted to do. That'll work. Alright, so... You take the bandits back to the barracks initially since you figure that they would have the best way to handle them. You're only there for a few minutes when the Baron enters into the barracks to assess the situation here and asks to hear what happened.
Lily says we caught the bad guys for you.
And he thanks you for that.
Surina hopped in saying there were some kind of demonic scarecrows attacking when we arrived. We took care of the scarecrows, but they seemed rather more dangerous than the pants ever could be.
Scarecrows? What did they do?
I believe their abilities included tearing people up with metal claws, perhaps reviving them as zombies when they died, and also being incredibly terrifying to look at.
Lily nods and she says, they're kind of scary, yeah.
What would be in their name? Did you find anything else regarding about the scarecrows themselves? Where they came from? What they are exactly?
Did Alana let us know on that?
I'll draw. Would I be able to draw the symbol somewhere?
As far as I'm concerned, like I said, Lily was going to take the piece of wood with the symbol on it with them.
Okay, I'll just toss it to him then.
All right, so he reaches out and he grabs the piece of wood and he looks at the symbol. This is magic for sure. Gonna have to let her take a look at this. Actually, you know what? You haven't met her yet, have you? He throws the piece of wood back to you. Up on the hill near my mansion, there's a small house. A friend of mine lives there. She's a local wizard. Not gonna call all of them witches. He wouldn't have actually called her a witch. She's a wizard. Expert in magics.
She's a mage.
Yeah, she's a mage. Relative expert in magics. Kind of hard to have a good one out here in these regions. But she might be able to tell you a thing about that. Could you go question her about that? I need to overlook things here in town. Let me know if you find anything interesting.
Before the Baron leaves, Lily speaks up and she says, we had a deal with these bandits. They're going to help you. The Acolyte can heal. They are going to help you in this city, and they're going to work their debt back to society.
To put it bluntly, they wish to redeem them.
And he was turning to leave, but he stops at that and raises his hand to his chin as he strokes his facial hair. Yeah, he strokes his facial hair. Is that so? Very well. This acolyte then, O'Malley can deal with him. You other two, prepare some cuffs for them, see them to the fields, put them to work.
Actually, if they are bandits, they might be able to work as a guard to help deter more things. Perhaps you should train them that way.
Yes, and do you think anyone here would trust a bandit to protect them at night?
However,
not right away.
If you put another guard with them, that person's covered at all times. That way, in case something does happen, they can be taken care of quickly.
And he waves his hand to dismiss what you're saying. Perhaps in the future, but not right now. They still need to prove themselves. And then he goes to leave again.
Lily looks back at the bandits and she says, work your debt back to society. It will be hard work for a year or two, but once you're done with that, then you may be able to rejoin general society and people will treat you relatively normal.
And both bandits kind of just scoff at that for a moment, but shake their head as two of the guards lead them off into a side room. Alright.
Before we go up to the witch's house, can we swing by the forge really, really quick?
Yeah, so you drop everything off?
She's going to drop the canvas bag off at the forge. The bag has all of those daggers in it. Has 25 pounds of scrap iron and all the 2 leathers as well.
All right.
And she's going to ask if he can do anything with that.
And he's gonna look over the blacksmith is gonna open up the bag and look through it. Ooh, this is a nice nice haul you have here. Yeah, I might be able to do something with it, but it'll take me some time. Come back to me tomorrow and I'll be able to do something with it. Thank you.
Glad to help.
You're like really staticky.
Yeah, your mic isn't working at all, Risu. So I'm going to keep the bag itself, but
Yep.
You
dropped all the metal stuff off.
All the metal stuff and the potions are still in the bag. The 2 potions that I have left. Who took those other potions we found?
I think Surina took the other potions.
Yeah, Surina took them.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to meet the witch now, I think, Risu.
Yeah, Risu wants to be a part of that, though she has to take care or check on laundry real quick. Yeah, I swear I can talk. Alright, and that's... I kind of want to wait for Risu since she wants to be part of it, and that's going to be another big thing.
Can we talk to Father O'Malley while we're doing that?
Yeah, actually that's probably not a bad idea, because he might know something as well.
More than likely. It's a necromancy symbol, so he probably hates the undead just as much as Surina does.
Yep, so you're going to go over and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, Father O'Malley is no longer in the tavern, but you can still smell alcohol on his breath and beard, so just like any other dwarf. Alright, so regardless, he is currently in the church, wandering about.
Is the Acolyte with him yet?
The Acolyte is there as well. The other 2 dwarfs you saw with him in the morning are both tending to the Acolyte themselves, taking him into the back, going over his faith, his religion, making sure he knows what's going on here, seeing if they can't convert him to their religion as well. Stuff like that. But O'Malley himself is left alone in the main part of the church, and as you run in to address him, he opens his arms out wide. Ah, welcome back. I see you got this new fella here. Another convert for the church is always welcome with us. I'm not doing his voice right. Whatever.
What did you say your name was again?
Do you really wish to hear it again, miss? Because I could go through it.
I know it's like Billy something.
No.
Oreo.
Father O'Malley, O'Brien, O'Carroll, O'Kyle, O'Reilly, O'Sullivan the Third. Keep it right, miss. I probably messed that up myself.
Okay.
Surina puts a finger up carefully. Is it okay if I continue to refer you to just O'Malley, so I don't cause any more offense?
No, that's fine. Everyone here does it.
Lily's going to present the Scarecrow stick. We found this, and there was a Scarecrow attached to it, and it tried to kill us. Do you have any more information?
A Scarecrow on it? And he looks at it. That's not very kind at all. Let's see. No. This is a construct forged by dark magics. It doesn't look to be tied to any god, however, but definitely... Sadly, I could not help you out, point out who found it, but this was definitely made by someone, quite recently, too. It's no more than a week old.
What kind of person would make this?
What kind of person? Necromancers. Who else? People who worship the dead. Monsters. Blah. Bastards, all of them.
Have you had any problems with these kinds of monsters in this town?
In this town? Recently. We've thrown out all the cults years ago.
Okay. So she's just thinking if they threw out all the cults, then maybe some of them want revenge on the town.
Alright. Give me a second. Gonna try to restart the call for Risu.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so everyone's back. Yeah. O'Malley doesn't have much more information to say on the plank you found beyond that, but that was Scarecrow's pretty young, all things considered.
That's a really loud fan from Earth, I think.
That was me yawning.
No, there's a fan. Someone.
Yeah, I can't turn the fan off.
Okay.
So, I think Risu's out doing laundry anyway, so she can
Yep.
join the call back in when that happens. Is there anything else you want to go into before you head up to the...
Well, you said it's afternoon time. What time is it?
I'd say like by the time you get back, it's probably closer to 4 or 5.
Might be a good time to get some food, because
Yeah.
we're probably hungry.
Alright, yeah. And you go off into the tavern to get food. I can drag people to the tavern. I gotta drag Elana to the tavern anyway, so give me half a moment. That is the screen I wanted to be on, but it's too early to be on that screen. No, you're perfectly fine. Alright, perfect. Now let's drag you all over to the Black Demon.
Are all these people still here? Obviously, Father O'Malley isn't.
Yeah, they are not all still here. Let's get rid of them. The 2 tieflings are still down there by the fireplace. Bird, sure the bird can still be here. And those 2 people could still be there drinking. And the bartender is kind of just lounging off in the kitchen. Everyone
So,
else would
there
still
are
be
2
here, though.
So there are 2 people with hoods on, so that's totally not suspicious at all.
Yeah, Lily's gonna go over and wave at them. Hi, guys!
And they scoff and go back to their meal. And you can, like, it's heavy alcohol.
Eh.
I'll buy you a drink if you tell me your story.
Oh, God.
Now that I think about it, would Alana even be allowed in?
She'd be allowed in.
She
but
would be
Serena-
allowed if...
Yeah.
I think that people care too much. Alcohol would probably be one of the least likely to give you a disease.
Yeah, water's actually not healthy in a lot of places.
Yeah, water, outside of like being purified water, etc., that's why alcohol was so prevalent back then.
Hmm.
But yeah, now Serena can go full mother mode on Alana. Prepare yourself, Alto.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Lily's going to kind of pull up a chair, and she offers to buy him around if they tell him their story.
And they just snort and start muttering in Orcish. My volume went down, way down.
Mm.
My autocorrect might have been fucked up, Jeebs. Whatever.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
seems your autocorrect in Skype might be acting up. Or your auto volume.
My auto volume?
Yeah, your auto volume, since you are the one. Yeah, I just saw someone speak up in the chat. Yeah, we have a viewer. Just stall until Risuki gets back. But yeah,
Okay.
does Lily even understand Orcish?
DM's volume, one of the other people is barely hearable. Yeah, Risu has been kind of hard to hear.
Well, Risu hasn't been here for a while, though.
Yeah, I'll turn my personal volume down, but I can't turn the other volume up any. So you might have to work on your own volume to fix that.
Alright, well, you were talking to this group here.
Yep.
So yeah, they muttered back in Orcish, so...
She's going to try various languages. She's going to try first Draconic and see if they understand that.
And they just keep muttering back in Orcish.
She's going to try Dwarvish
And they mutter back in Orcish.
and
A little
Elvish.
more angrily this time.
Huh. She's going to put her hand to her chin and try to think about it, but she can't think of any other languages, so she's just going to toss him a silver coin and head on back to the bar.
And one of them shoots his hand out to grab it, green hand, covered in hair. Nothing to. They're orcs. They're probably orcs.
Yeah, they're orcs.
Lily sits on the bar and she's like, I think they're orcs.
Ignoring the orc who's sitting by the human farmer. Half orc there. So anything else you want to do here? You can see Garrett running around on the counter still, with food in hand.
Lily wants to get some food because she's hungry.
Ah, food. Of course. And he throws down a plate of
Uh,
mutton in front of her.
She kind of looks at it. What's this?
That's food. That's what you asked for.
Okay. She's going to gingerly taste it.
It tastes like meat.
Does it taste like good meat?
It doesn't taste like bad meat.
Serena just orders a good meal and a drink, and then just starts eating. She also makes sure that Elana gets something for herself as well.
All right. Hey, you back, Risu? Somebody's back. Right. It was.
Hey.
Hey, yeah.
The audio dropped after I said something about static. I think that's when I restarted the call. No, because Reese had already vanished off for the laundry. I don't know. I don't remember.
All right, just catch me up.
They want to talk. Okay, so catching you up. We're still on for time for you to get back. So they went to talk to Father O'Malley, who looked at the symbol, and the only thing more he could tell you about is that whatever caused the magic that animated the Scarecrows was fairly recent. It was only a week old at best. After that, they decided to go back to the tavern here to get some food and drink because it's been a long day. Things are pretty much the same as you've seen them. There's two hooded guys who are probably orcs, considering that's all they speak, and they've just gotten food and such.
And also the furry green hand.
Yeah, and also the furry green hand.
Well,
Is
the
the
priority is to go meet the quote-unquote witch.
is the crow still there?
Yeah, the crow is still on top of the demon head.
You know what? Let me zoom out so I can actually see the tokens for a moment.
Lily's gonna wave at the crow and say something about going to see the mage.
Alright, so if Lana went over to the crow.
Thanks, Doom. I think what happened was the volume for some reason drops on OBS. I mean, volume drops on everything when you do a Skype call, but I'm really surprised that the volume actually changed what OBS was hearing. So I fixed that, so I guess I'll have to keep an eye on that. That's weird.
Alright, so what's Fifi doing? Your mic hates you.
Yeah, I think it's the push to talk thing.
Your push to talk hates you.
Yeah.
What are you doing,
What's wrong
Risu?
with feeling? Give it a moment. She's typed it out.
Just gotta poke the bird and ask to see its master.
Alright. And the bird just kind of puffs up its feathers, looks down, and nods. And, unsurprisingly, because it is a raven, yes, of course, she's been expecting to see you too.
I thought it was a crow.
Does it really matter? It's a blackbird.
Lily's like, we could have used your help when we were fighting those guys.
And get near a scarecrow? Damn things with their spread out arms and their frightening eyes, and I don't like them.
Serena pipes up. I'll give you that. They weren't exactly easy to look at once they really started moving.
They moved? Ugh.
Serena said, "Yes, they were probably possessed by demons.
Lily's
they killed
gonna-
about 5 people."
Lily's gonna call the raven a chicken.
And okay, Jeeves. He flies down and tries to peck her in the eyes, missing.
Regardless, let's take me to your master. I need to discuss things with her immediately, if not sooner.
Alright, and unfortunately I don't have anything prepared for her aside from the map screen, so we're going back to the map.
Yay!
Back to the map.
Let's go see Silver's required Naga Lamia character, because Silver always requires having the snake butt in this.
Hey, to be fair, this wasn't quite as required until May became a thing.
I know. I mean, it was only 98% required until May became a thing, but then it became 100%.
Oh no, it wasn't even required before that. May was probably one of the first Lamia I've made.
Oh,
Alright.
really? Wow.
Yeah. Alright, so
May set off a thirst in you, boy.
shush you. All right.
So we're up on top of the hill now?
Hey, to be fair, that is not a fox, Risu, and if you had investigated, you might have realized that. And yes, that NPC is totally not important in the bar. Alright, so you go up to the top of the hill where the Baron's manor stands, and off to the side, as he's mentioned, opposite side of the graveyard, is a small little hut. You go inside and you find a woman who is sitting behind a counter with multiple books. There are probably 5 books on the counter, half of them open, huge bookcases lining all of the walls around her, and she doesn't even notice you guys coming in yet.
I'm gonna start looking through her books and not say anything yet. Books. Looking through them now.
Lily's
All right.
about as bright as a stone, so she's going to barge in. She's going to go, "Hi there, my name's Lily Calwin. I'm from Haven."
Continue searching through books.
Alright, and as Lily goes in there and makes her whole introduction, the woman throws her books up in shocks and barely catches them, so a few of them landing down on the floor behind the counter she's at. And she looks over. Also, the books that Falana's looking through, they're various just theory and old legends, religions, theory on magic, just a bunch of stuff like that in various legends or various languages.
If I haven't read it, If I read it, I'm skipping it.
Yes, of course. And she's like, "Oh, hello. Oh, yes, you must be the group that Klaus sent for help. You went to deal with the bandit trouble, did you not?"
Lily says,
Serena says, "Yes, we did.
Lily
we
nods.
ran into some complicated things.
What did you find?
2 scarecrows, probably either demonically or necromancy powered. They had very strange and terrifying eyes, and were able to murder and perhaps zombify 5 people."
Lily hands the
He was
stick out.
Probably a necromancer nearby, to be more exact. We need to find a necromancer. Saying this while I'm looking through her book still.
And she sees you looking through the books, raises her hand, and the bookshelves all seem to close. Like wood covers them all, keeping you just the book you have in hand, free for Falana to read. Would you kindly not read my books without asking? Let me see this stick.
Lily hands her the stick.
Right. And she looks over the stick, looking at it intently, flipping or pushing several of the books she has on the counter off as she opens up another one and looks through it, trying to match the symbol. Yes, I think I know the symbol. It is... here we go. Belongs to cult of... damn book, it's all worn away. See, this cult... See, worships... related to the drow. What would drow have to do with this? And she just keeps flipping through it, muttering to herself.
Again, my knowledge of the drow and see if we can investigate it from that perspective.
And are you basically saying something like that, investigating from the drow?
I'm going to actually personally do that because honestly, if it's drow related, an elf will know.
Yeah, Lily's always happy expression disappears for a moment on hearing the name of Drow. She's not a full elf, but she definitely is not happy to hear that name.
Elves are the most racist thing in existence. They hate other elves too. I mean, come on.
And do any of you make your do any of you react to her, say anything?
Oh, I'm just gonna take the stick and look at it in perspective of it being from the drow for a moment.
Lily's gonna say, "What are Drow doing up here?"
And she looks up like, "No, not up here. This symbol, though, it's related to a cult. I don't know much about them. They've had ties to Drow in the past, but we haven't heard anything about them in quite some while. They used to work out of small farms and places out in the wilderness. I think they had a larger setting in a nearby town, but I need to do more research." And she opens up another books and starts looking into that.
Let me help you with that.
Lily asks Lily's gonna ask what her name is first.
Oh, yes, I never introduced myself properly. I'm Chase. Pleasure to meet you.
All right, Chase. Have you heard of any cults in this town or from this town who have ever worshipped this drow person?
Oh, no, they never worshipped drow. They just worked with them. It's You could get a lot of things from the drow if you were willing to work with the creatures. Unsavory things, and the cult, I believe, got many things from them, but I don't know much beyond that.
Lily is definitely not happy to hear about that. She's gonna ask if any zombies have shown up in this town previously.
Zombies? No, not recently. Let's see. She pulls out the stick again and starts looking it over more intently. Power to animate a construct. The Scarecrows themselves, did they look out of the ordinary in any way, besides trying to attack you?
They looked scary.
Weird eyes.
Weird
Can I
eyes?
check it for anything outside of that?
I don't even know if Surina would know about it, know about the fact that they paralyze people just by looking at them, because she never even got looked at by them.
Lily knows about that and would relay that information.
Yeah,
So their eyes were magical, and when they attacked you with their claws, and did they have any color? What color? Like, what did the Scarecrows look like themselves? Like, were they wearing an outfit? Anything of the sort?
What would we know?
No.
It was probably just. It was mainly a blue and red outfit. It looked more like overalls and like a flannel shirt for the most part, aside from their claws and everything else.
Lily's gonna say that they looked like they were dressed like farmers.
And these were not specifically made to be these creatures, so somebody took a scarecrow, and which means one of the nearby farms is likely going to have to do some investigation, see if I can't figure out where this is coming from. Ugh, necromancy in this area, that's not a good thing.
Nearby farms? You mean there's another town that could have been... Oh boy.
There's no, not exactly. There are towns nearby, but the best town you would find nearby would be the city a little to the south of us. Oh, I don't care. What's that place called? It's Northbridge. It's more of a fortress than anything. Aside from that, there's just a few frontiersmen who live out here, trying to make do on a farm or whatever, what have you. One of them was likely lost, maybe more.
Boy, you could have some scouts possibly look into it at a later date.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't hurt. And wait a second. She goes back to the first book, which was related to the cult. Yes, this cult apparently had some standing in Northbridge. A small little enclave there. It might not be a bad idea to investigate that as well.
Lily nods. If
Send
there's
a scout.
If there's... Go ahead, Risu.
Send a scout or a messenger to Northwood. If it's still there, possibly you might be able to get a message back. If they aren't there, it's going to be pretty fast at noticing that in the fortress.
Lily says that if there's a drow cult going on in one of their fortresses, she's going to want to deal with it personally.
cults.
I don't... And she's just not sure what to say at this point. Yes, you're probably right. We just got a caravan from that town while you were away, so they were still there as of yesterday. It's unlikely that they ran into any trouble. I'm going to do some investigating.
Still there?
Today, how long?
The caravan already headed back.
The transmute is it between here and Northbridge?
You all still intend to help me? Actually, you know what? There were only 3 of you when... Yeah, Claus only told me about 3 of you here to help. Who are you, miss? And she's pointing at Elana right now.
Oh, he didn't tell you about our 4th. Lily's going
Surina
to
said,
say.
we found her tied up in the bandits
Lily's
cave. I'm
going to
surprised.
kind of...
Oh, okay.
Lily's gonna kind of glare at Surina.
Oh, you did, you poor thing. Well, we'd love to give you more things to help. Oh, you're probably being dragged into this as well. And she just looks uncertain.
There could be no problem with it.
No problem. Well, if you able to help them out, maybe would you still be willing to help them in solving all these problems?
I mean, there's nothing better for me to do, so there's no point in not.
Oh, excellent. That'll be very useful for us. As for now, though, I don't think there's much we can do right now. You'll probably have to rest. I'm going to be doing some investigation. I think there was talk that one of the rogues came back from the investigations up to that island. We might be able to send her out and try to find this farm. Aside from that, I think our best bet would be to try to go to Northbridge and see if we can't investigate more into the cult where they're supposed to be.
Well, Lily's gonna vote to go to Northbridge after they get some sleep.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
say let's send some scouts first, because we go Northbridge and something happens here in the meantime, and we have no proof there's something going on actively there, it's going to cause problems later down the line.
Yeah, well, this town has taken care of itself for several years. They can take care of themselves for a little while longer.
Oh, I'm not... What, you're worrying that the... What are you worrying about exactly?
Lily, are you asking Lily that?
I'm asking, like the reason why they want to send scouts out to Northbridge.
Let's isolate to see if there is.
You keep cutting out.
I think she wanted to make sure that the town was protected in case, while we leave. So
Yeah.
she doesn't want us to leave while and leave the town unprotected, basically. I think that's
Yes,
what
leave
she's
the
saying.
town unprotected. I don't think you'd leave the town unprotected. Let's see. It wouldn't be wasting time there. We could... Oh, you must know how closely people guard their secrets. There's bound to be information for us to find there. We just might not be able to ask nicely for it.
Lily says she doesn't trust any scouts to find enough information about that. She seems to be pretty adamant about going herself.
Yes, and the scouts would be better off trying to find where these scarecrows came from. There's plenty of areas out here. It'd probably take a few days to find the right farm for wherever these things may have came from, if it was a farm at all.
Lily's... Go ahead.
Perhaps we should ask the bandits. They received the scarecrow from somewhere. Perhaps they know a person that they saw when they picked it up.
Well,
And-
Lily will say that the bandits told them that just one of their own came and delivered it, and that person's dead, so they don't
Yeah.
have any more information.
Yeah, the first scarecrow was brought back by one of the bandits who said, like, hey, we can leave this outside and we'll scare animals away so we don't have to worry about, like, the scouts seeing that at night. But that ended up with him being one of the zombies you killed, or was one of the guys that was died in town when it attacked. Either or, he's long dead, nobody knows where it came from.
And this is why we don't slaughter everyone every time we see someone.
But we didn't have a choice about the slaughter. The five people who were zombies were already
I'm
dead.
talking about in the docks.
Ow. Yeah, but what are the chances that one random dude is going to be the one who just so happened to bring the murder scarecrows into the base?
Lily says that if Philly wants to sit here and read her books for forever, then she'll just go off to the town herself.
We need to travel as a group, but there's no point in rushing. Let's go ahead and read first, and we'll head out.
Yeah, and Chase just, like, kind of raises her hand to stop them as well. It's like, no, you don't want to go out at night as well, either. It'd be best if you wait till tomorrow and... what is that old wizard up to?
Lily wants to wait anyways, so the forge person, armorer, can finish whatever he's working on.
Yeah.
What wizard?
Oh, the court wizard down in Northbridge. He's an old, peculiar fellow. He's He actually has... He wrote this book about the cult, so he knows the most about them.
By the way, Lily would probably know this. I don't know if you're going to make me roll for it, but who's in charge of Northbridge?
Oh, you're asking me a question I don't have ready right now.
Okay, I'll ask you next time.
Yeah, I can get that to you later on. I have to make map and everything else for Northbridge. I was waiting to see where you intended to go first, since the farm was another choice. But if you're intending to go right to Northbridge,
Yeah, Lily's going to want to go to Northbridge because it's under her jurisdiction, and she doesn't like the fact that there's a cult there.
suspected cult there. There might be
And
nothing there.
She's not exactly smart enough to realize that there's probably cults in like every single city, even Haven. So,
Yeah.
but especially a drow cult. Drow cow.
Well, just speaking. Well, if you're all intending to go up to Northbridge, I do need to get some more supplies anyhow. I could join you for the trip and help you search a little while I pick up my supplies.
Lily, Lily would be very happy to have her accompaniment.
All right, so that's decided. And she's looking to everyone else as well. Anyone else gonna nod, say no, object?
Wait, what? I totally something blanked.
All right.
Chase is
Chase
going to
is-
come with us. Is that okay?
Yeah, she's volunteering to join if you're going to Northbridge.
Surina says, "Sure, but for the love of God, unlike these three, please stay behind me so I can keep you safe."
And she just looks at everyone kind of with an incredulous look. It's like, you're not staying behind the heavily armed...
Lily's like,
Because she looks
I'm
like
a
she sees...
fighter. I fight things.
like-
If I stay behind her, I'm not going to be able to fight things. That's my job.
Well, it's like Lily is more excusable, but she's looking more at Falana and Elana. It's like, you aren't staying behind the people with the big sword and shiny armor?
Serena literally will yell at Lily for getting ahead of her. That's just how she is.
Technically, I was always behind her. It's just the enemies appeared from behind her.
That is true. With the
That is true.
scarecrows.
She doesn't give Elana a pass because again, motherly dragonborn.
Yeah.
I think Falana was pretty much behind her as well most of the time.
Yeah. I more or less think we're good to finish off here.
Okay.
Because I have nothing else prepared.
Yeah. Can
I
we
wanted to see where you guys
go
were
to
going to go.
sleep?
Yeah, I figure you're all going to go back to the tavern, rest, recover, sleep, etc. And I can pick up tomorrow after I figure out what the blacksmith is going to be doing.
Also, awkwardly, Serena turns to Elana and asks, "What's your name again?"
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to go. So Chase is going to say, so excellent, we're all going. So, you all know my name, but what's all your names?
Lily says, "Hi, my name is Lily Cowan. I'm from Haven. You might know my father and mother, Lord and Lady Cowan. They are the Viscount down in Haven."
And she's writing this down as it's being explained. All right,
Lily's going to spell out her parents' names for her.
Yeah. All right, and then goes on to the next one. It's okay, and you are.
I'm assuming that would have been Surina.
Whoever's next. Somebody speak up.
Falana's introducing herself.
Okay.
All right.
I'm guessing
Alright,
there's a vacuum cleaner or something going on.
Yeah, so she nods at Falana's response, keeps track of her name. Okay. Next up would be Surina.
My name is Kerhylan Serena, adherent of Nord.
Ah, yes, Nord. That's another one of those gods that O'Malley speaks of. Don't pay much attention to them. And you?
I'm Elana. There's nothing else to be said.
Elana, lovely. And she writes that down.
You don't have
Alright.
a last name, Elana?
Not anymore.
Well, you must have had one once upon a time.
Don't worry about it.
Her last name is Don't Worry About It.
Don't worry about it. Elana, don't worry about it. Okay. I think we're good to end it off there with
Okay.
back to the tavern and rest and everything. Right. So if there's anything I need to handle, let's see. I need to handle
XPs.
everything with Northbridge. Oh yeah, XP. XP is easy. Everyone's level 3. Congratulations.
All right. Before we split off, Lily wants to dally up the money we got.
Yeah, and hand that out equally.
How much total
Also-
did we get?
How much total you got? It was
Like 150 plus something.
Let's see. You got 82 plus 150 in gold, which
So
is
132?
230. Yeah,
232.
232.
So divide that by 4. That would be just under 80 a person.
Yeah, that'd be just say 80 a person.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have like 80 a person. Somebody keeps 2 GP, and then just give everybody 20 silver. Make it simple.
How much silver do we have total?
Yeah, it's 78. I'm just gonna say 20 a person.
Okay, so basically we basically just hit level 3.
Essentially. Oh, where do I want to put this?
All right. So we roll for?
Plus 170.
So we go up to 900 and don't go back to 0 once it's done.
Yeah, you have 900 experience.
So what's the experience to next level?
That's in a different book.
A lot.
It's decent. It's 2,700.
Yep.
Okay. So where do I change my? Let's see.
All right.
Jabes,
Yeah,
you'll see in characters, I made a handout called Party Loot.
and I can edit that.
Everybody can edit that.
All right, cool.
So, because I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Try not to do anything really insane, like if you get a magic wand or something down the road. I use a magic wand, put it in the pack. Next person, I pull out the magic wand and use it. I'm not going to settle for that, but I'm going to be pretty cut and loose with how you use the party loot.
Okay, is the large canvas bag that she has, does that count as the party loot?
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the healing potions in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone was then going to roll for experiences and stuffs. So
Lily also, by the way, she's going to get a skill from this level up. She's going to be able to get one artisan skill. So she's going to, after everyone's done talking, she's going to go down to the blacksmith shop and watch him work.
Yep.
I don't even know what Surina gets. I'm just gonna wait until later to try and figure that shit out.
Oh yeah, artisan's tool is of her choice, so she can learn blacksmith's tools. Yep, that'll be fine. So I'm gonna assume, for fluffy reasons, that she paid enough attention with the blacksmiths back in Haven. So this is just more her watching somebody else work, and so just say she gets the proficiency as stated, because I'm gonna do it a little more time consuming than what you did, just a little bit more. All right.
Yeah.
I just gained 11 HP from my hit die.
Oh yeah, I need to take a look at my hit die as well.
I'm not going to re-roll that.
You sure you could get better?
I could get a 12.
Technically.
Or 13.
Surina got 9.
Let's see, what else should I
Both good
do?
ones. Both good ones. Extra health for both of you.
One above their cap each. That's funny.
I get...
I'm putting my meta magic down.
Alright. Oh yeah, you getting the one we agreed on?
Yeah,
Cool.
I just had to search through the Skype to find it.
Yeah.
Okay, I now get superiority dice.
Yep.
For my 3 maneuvers, I get 4 superiority die. For my 3 maneuvers, I'm getting trip attack, precision attack, and riposte. I'm just going to put these someplace important.
Said you were getting trip attack.
I'm putting it under other class abilities, notes and feats.
Yeah, I'll look at it because I'm curious.
Did we come up with a name for it?
For the group or whatever?
For the thing we agreed upon for Meta Magic.
Oh no, we didn't actually come up with a name for that yet.
Muscle magic.
Elemental change works.
Yeah. Meta Magic basically means I spend sorcery points and I can do cool things with spells.
Yeah. We can see how that one works. Overpriced, underpriced, whatever. I think it's pretty good.
Watch. You're going to now watch. What's going to happen is they're going to come out with a new wizard archetype that's going to have that feature in it because it's originally from the Archmage.
Yeah.
And then we can update for that when we get there.
Yeah, we can make adjustments as needed
The
there.
difference with that one's probably going to end up being the Archmage will be able to do it like at will and like very little like penalty to it, whereas for like the Meta Magic, you have very limited sorcerer points to do it with.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is if you notice that a lot of the things that were originally on the Archmage Prestige class, they're making their way to Wizard on archetypes. Very little has reached any other class.
Can Lily purchase Smith's tools?
Smith's tools. I'm gonna say not in this town, but when she goes to Northbridge, she can look around. She'd be more likely to
she
find
can't even
stuff
buy
there.
them from the Smith?
I'm gonna say he only has one set of tools and he's not selling them.
Okay.
But like I said, when you get to Northbridge, it's a much bigger town. She'd probably have a lot better chances at finding stuff to buy.
Okay.
Like I suggested, let's actually take that money, divide it by 5, and then keep some money in the party loot for the raw purpose of covering things like inns and rations for everyone.
Alright, here's what you're gonna do instead. Just throw an extra 50 gold into the party loot. Say that as a minor reward, or whatever, for doing all this. Not as impressive as the first reward was, but yeah.
Alright. 50 GP. Save.
Alright. And I think we're more or less good for this session. The only other things to cover would be like spells and stuff, and you guys can just let me know that whenever.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I want to go eat and do stuff, so I don't really want to do it right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force anyone to do it right now. You have a week, and I have a lot of stuff to do in that week. I gotta make a whole town! Yeah!
Yay, towns! If you've noticed, I've had very few towns.
Yeah, no,
Towns are the worst.
to be honest though, the towns for the most part, you're gonna see kind of what I had here.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be a lot more talking, because as for actual fighting, I don't expect you to see much. So it's gonna be pretty RP-ish session, so God help me. No one else can.
Yeah, nobody else can. We're going to be doing RP with voice chat, which is lovely.
Well, it's gonna be RP, but not full RP. Because like the intention is that you're going to be talking around and investigating things, not stabbing stuff with a sword.
Or hitting it with a hammer, or missing radiant flame cantrips. Like
I don't know how all those zombies dodged. That was ridiculous.
Those-
How can a zombie dodge?
Are you adding in the extra CR for party size and enemy size?
Yes, I did.
Because that was a really tough fight with the Scarecrows.
Yeah, wasn't it? And imagine if I didn't give the bandits there to try to help either.
Which I almost killed.
Yeah, I
Intentionally.
threw that encounter in there with the intention initially of you seeing these panicked bandits and wandering into the light, and as he's frantically trying to explain what's going on, he pauses, seeing the Scarecrows in the doorway you just came through. So I was expecting that you wouldn't have been so spread out for that. But yeah, I like how this mini dungeon turned out.
Worked out pretty good.
I also was not intending that first chest to be trapped. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to trap it anyway. The net trap was intended there. It was actually on my map, planned out and everything. And I wasn't exactly what happened. It was going to drop on you, but nothing was going to come from it. And that itself was supposed to be weird.
Hey, that goblin who's watching. We're almost done with the stream here. Probably going to end it off in seconds.
Yeah, probably. We're pretty much done here. Oh, it's been fun. I gotta take headache medicine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and watch this thing all over again, people. It's pretty good watch.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I fumbled around a lot, and now I gotta work with what I've said into a story. I'll figure something out.
Hopefully you remember what you said.
No, it's I gotta figure out exactly how I'm making Drow play into this. Let me put it that way, Jeebs. You've planned everything out probably to the point where it'd be like level 7, 8. I've planned out to the end of this session. I planned out to the end of the dungeon.
I overplan, and that's my problem because you guys are gonna do something that I haven't planned for eventually.
Yeah, it's like I had a general idea of what's going on next. So they're either gonna go to the city and investigate and it'd be more RP, or they can go over here and do this. And I was potentially considering throwing out a third option, seeing where you guys wanted to go, and then fully plan out from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to more or less plan out how this is and go from there. And I'm probably going to go back on what I said and shift things around so that I can go back on what I said without actually retconning anything. That's going to be the real fun part.
Alright, want me to kill the stream?
Yep, you can kill the stream. Thanks
All right.
everyone for watching.
See you.